Hi, my name is Kimberly Brooks, and I'm getting ready for my show, The Stylist Project, at Taylor de Cordoba in Los Angeles. My father, Leonard Schlane, is the author of several books, the first of which is called Art and Physics, and he was a huge influence on me. He recently passed away. But he used to take me to museums, and I was always one of those kids that was painting and drawing all the time. Sit for me, you know, I was the one who would, I think I was nominated for an office in student council in middle school, and the first thing I did was change the school colors. So it just, I was one of those kids. I attended a lecture about 4 years ago, or 3 years ago, on the influence of Coco Chanel and Elsa Schiaparelli on the Matisse, and the different textiles that influenced the paintings of Matisse. And I started really thinking about what influences me as an artist, and how does that whole language of fashion and, you know, color that we receive on a daily basis, even, you know, whether we're meaning to take it in or not, like how does that influence me as a painter? And I thought to myself, what if I did a series on the people who are the fashion influencers? A series of portraits of famous stylists styling themselves. And then I could not only capture the people who wield fashion just like I do my paint and brush, but also it would also give me an opportunity to really tunnel into portraiture and using fashion as a language within painting. And so that's the basis for this show. When I started the Stylist Project, I only knew really one stylist, and that was Elizabeth Stewart. Where is she? She's right over there. Who is the stylist for the New York Times and Bazaar, and I had at the time a very narrow definition of who a stylist is and what that term meant. And obviously, you know, Grace Coddington, for example, is a creative director. You know, I realized very quickly, and I didn't name the project yet, is that stylist was really a loose term for me. That it wasn't going to just be the stylist; it was going to be style icons. It was going to be people who are hyper articulate in that language. I started trolling the internet for nude photography from the turn of the century, because there's a lot of women's bodies that haven't been implanted yet, and all like their real bodies and what bodies really look like. And so I collected a lot of photos of vintage nudes, and so I would use that as a way to practice and understand the form, in addition to anatomy and everything else that you would do. And so there were certain people that I knew that I needed to have. I knew I needed to have Ariane Phillips, the stylist for Madonna. I also knew that I wanted the costume designer for Mad Men. So, and that's the lady with the green dress over there. So, like, I knew there were certain people whose style that I'm fascinated by. I mean, like when I watch Mad Men, every shot is a painting, could be a painting. And so there are certain people, and then I knew that I wanted Grace Coddington. And then I knew, you know, and I knew I wanted Cameron Silver, and I knew I wanted, you know, there were certain people that I knew I had to have. One of the things I like doing is turning other people onto other artists. So I've been writing a column on the Huffington Post for several years now, where I interview artists that I like about their process and everything like that.